Last time on GameGrumps.
That's how they see me even to this day. And I can never forgive him for that. I need to thank him. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it.
And also,
God,
I
miss him. Yes, I need him out of my life and right back in my life. I need to step out of this shadow and into the light that only he can provide. That's why I have to find him.
I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. I farted a little, hope she didn't get a whiff. I just kept climbing the ladder, complete silence.
Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't.
Alright.
Because I thought a bunch of clowns were gonna start appearing on unicycles. Are you telling me the clowns are not coming to town?
No, the clowns are definitely coming. That's not what I was talking about.
Hey, I'm Grumps. I'm not so Grump. And we're the Game Grumps.
And welcome back, everybody. Get a hold of yourself, Daniel. Go!
Okay, we're fine.
You're freaking out!
All right, so we just had a little bit of a kerfuffle with Monokuma, and now we're going to try to basically prove him wrong and crack this case.
You mean basically prove him wrong?
Oh, God.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. As I walked away. Alright. And just like that, we were out of the gym.
Wow, I mean, how big a gym was it that you really need to recap it like that? And just like that, we walked through a door.
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance, and I still can dance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Can you just say no problem once?
Yeah, I guess we'll just move on to the next misery. Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. Yay! There it is. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? Is it because of the clowns? I mean, they don't stand a chance against anything from a final showdown, do they?
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
Because
bears and clowns are natural enemies. Sorry. It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. Like I said.
Let down their guard? So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
I'm glad you asked, since it's the only thing you could ask. I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said?
No.
They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. Is that the thing that seems unbelievable in this situation?
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
Not really.
however,
And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
I mean, he also was able to kidnap 16 children and then get them to fight each other to the death.
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other.
Makoto comes off in this conversation like somebody who's not listening, but just like repeats the last thing that they heard to make it seem like they're listening.
Yeah, there's a lot of like looking at the phone and going, uh-huh.
Yeah. Forcing us to kill each other?
And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world.
But why?
correct.
The views, Makoto. The views.
Just reminds me of that scene in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, where they're in the hospital pretending to be doctors, and Ryan Reynolds is like their helper nurse, and they're like, "Nurse, we need 500 pounds of marijuana," and Ryan Reynolds is like, "Marijuana? But why?" I just always think of that. To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
A certain concept? You're talking about hope,
That's
right?
right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try to prove that despair is better than hope.
This is all very poetic.
Better than hope and change. It's all an anti-Obama plot.
Ah!
Good a pre, dude.
Oh my Obama! Okay.
As the ultimate despair.
What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? And that's...
Literally what I just said.
But that's ridiculous!
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational.
I thought up to this point everything that was happening was rational until this very moment!
It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise.
Jesus Christ.
That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Photo.
I know how angry it must make you. Despairing even. And yet, the same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness.
What?
In other words,
You were just in the room when she explained that, dude. Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world.
I don't understand.
The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations.
What?
If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the
Oh.
very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
Pride? What does that mean? And that's what
But
it
how do they... Where does despair come into the equation?
Hold on, are we the hope or are we the despair? And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
That is precisely the reason. Thank God you started to figure this out. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations.
No. But
Damn.
Junko did.
Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Oh, I
She got
remember
what she
Junko.
deserved.
She had such a cool rabbit clip in her hair.
Yeah, that's right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
it's true.
Yes, thanks to you.
Thanks to me?
And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
Wait. Aren't the rules of the game that if they get it wrong, then everybody dies?
Yes?
Because if they get it wrong, everybody dies except the person who killed, and then the person who killed gets out, and that's the whole incentive to kill each other.
Right.
So...
But she's saying the masterminds are the ones who arranged that last killing, so it wasn't really fair.
Okay,
It was a frame job, and if people outside in the world saw that it was a frame job, they would the mastermind wouldn't accomplish their goal.
Oh, I see. So the school is going on as if that was the right answer.
Correct. They have to
trick everybody. Okay, got it.
to save face, basically.
I see.
In other words,
I think it would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. There we go. Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks,
okay.
Kyoko.
But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe in you anymore. I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans, thoughts and prayers you were able to figure out.
I'm sending everyone my thoughts and plans.
I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. And the bet is our lives.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
Well, yeah. She let out a little laugh. I took it as a small sign of appreciating the humor of the situation. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
She let out a little poot. I took it as her appreciating the beans we had for lunch. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, with great confidence comes great confidence. Presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Oh, man, you're so smart. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Step on me! Anyway, we can't relax just yet.
Wait, I can't step on you just yet.
There's no time. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this game.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. Man, that's just like the it's just like the speech in Street Fighter. That all the people who died here will have died for nothing. Bison is being paid off for his crimes. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
True, but now we know who our real enemy is. It's you! All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Who is you?
Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the
shall we
others.
go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
Shall we, Dave?
Let's find that idiot, that psycho, that douchebag, and Owie.
Anyway,
Okay, yeah. Shall we, Dave? Leave the area. Yes, please. Time to go... To the doors!
Oh, great times.
So should I like go into people's rooms or
I guess
there's
so.
nobody here? Maybe the kitchen?
Yeah, try knocking on the doors. I mean, or just check the map.
Let's go to the kitchen. Yeah, I mean, I could check the map. They're probably smarter. But oh, cool, nobody's in here. And suddenly we were greeted with
Go!
Yagfu!
It's a hell of an email address.
Just email me, man. It's Skurg at Yagfu.
Yagfu.net.
Yagfu.angie.
Yeah, a lot of people get confused at that.
You again.
That egg speller!
Is he broken?
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit.
Ag is greater than 3. Foursome, sin act.
Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about.
I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah.
It was an expression of relief.
Whoa!
Makoto?
Oh.
You guys!
Oh, voice acting.
My friends, kind of.
Yeah. The people I see regularly. You're here.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Okay.
I'm just asking
Good to see you
make
too,
sure,
Dick.
but you're not a ghost, right?
Why is everyone voice acted? Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, except for Toko, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. I started to tear up the dance floor.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
Sorry, I've been farting ever since the ladder scene.
What the heck?
And yeah, and you were in a trash heap.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks.
It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog.
Oh, well, so sorry. I mean, I'm glad the excitement that I was alive lasted for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Get away, shoo.
And in a flash, my tears dried up. Ugh. I guess I'll talk to people. Talk to Aoi first, because, you know, she's cool.
For sure.
I mean, you know, it's like whatever, right? Alright. Oh, God. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again.
And?
No dice. Not even a backgammon board. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Then where do we go to find new clues?
Maybe the Parcheesi room?
God damn it.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion.
Oh.
Or even a happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
Ah, Jesus, do we have to tell this guy?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches
It's
you?
true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Click it. Click it!
I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Let's go trial.
In other words.
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
But seriously? Like, for pretender?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you.
Byakuya's like, right. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
None of us killed her.
Slowly puts the knife behind his back.
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. Huh? What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
Yes. Yes, we just said that. Yeah, that's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind.
Contrived is right.
Makoto spotted the trap in time, and he did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto?
You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know, was in love with Kyoko.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
And the mastermind agreed? Jeez, you guys, did you give him a back rub and some candy?
What the hell are you talking about, Aoi?
Does that mean they really did break the rules?
They had no choice but to agree. Use the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, splat. I knew. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. Stop saying things without spelling them out in a way that, I don't know, a second grader would understand.
Yeah. I've never read Peter Cottontail.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later.
And I certainly will.
So, knowing all of this, what do we do now? It's about who killed Nukura, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind.
But there's more to it than that, correct?
Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Like the mystery of who put the walls up, and the mystery of how old this plant is, and the mystery of, am I gonna fart now or in 10 seconds? Mystery solved.
Another case closed.
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone? Does that include all of us?
Hey, who said you can agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master.
Excuse me, I was taking a delicious sip of water. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway.
All right.
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But figuring out who the masterminds is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, and when Makoto's gonna fart. Okay, scratch that one.
It's pretty tall friggin' order.
Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. Oh, Aoi killed Byakuya. Alright.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
What? Why? You can't agree, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all of the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first.
But then I thought, like the logic of this stupid game, and it doesn't make any sense for no reason.
Yeah. Then I started thinking, what if Toko touches all the evidence with her greasy, tiny hands? Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his.
Hint?
Up, down, left, right, BA start.
Yeah, don't you remember when he said skrr bag for you? Yes.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. I'm Byakuya.
Huh? But why?
Hina has never seemed dumber by comparison. He's like thoughtfully looking and touching his glasses, and her eyes are slightly crossed looking at the camera.
What?
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right?
Well, Monokuma could have killed her. I don't know, it's being controlled by the mastermind, right?
I think he's saying the mastermind is one of them. Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game.
Then the mastermind is...
Oh, Schnibby.
There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
Damn. And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
Shut your fucking mouth.
You say the mastermind is one of us?
It's Hero.
Very good, Hero.
It's 100% Hero.
I mean, that would be wild. He certainly would be the one you'd least suspect.
Yeah.
Because he's had the cognitive ability of a snail this entire time.
Yeah. You can't, I mean, I can just see it now, like the like change in his demeanor, where he like lowers his face and like his eyes get all serious and he's like, it was me all along.
Of course, of course.
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore.
Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they might be a high schooler. You can't say that's not possible.
But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, think about it, right? If we're waxing theoretical right now, Hero is the ultimate clairvoyant, but he's a terrible clairvoyant.
Right.
So
he's only right 30% of the time.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, either they're making a statement about the concept of clairvoyancy, or he's just a terrible clairvoyant, and he's really the mastermind. I don't know. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Whoa.
That's it.
Oh, sorry. Maybe that's snuck off and controlled him in secret.
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
I didn't when Susie was the imposter in Among Us.
Oh god. Maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. But how? Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, there's no way he could have had all of those back and forth conversations with us.
Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation.
Well, maybe, but still. I mean, we literally had a fucking talking AI that could respond to the things that we were saying on our side. What makes them okay.
Ding dong bing bong. Ding dong bing bong.
This is a school announcement.
Oh.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh,
Okay.
schnibby.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look
Oh,
wherever
baby.
you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Oh.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Thanks, bud.
Oh man. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation.
The
time for talk is done, especially because I don't know what magnanimous means, so I'm calling an end to this talk.
Yeah. Onward to more
good.
conversations.
I looked up magnanimity, and it's the fact or condition of being magnanimous. Perfect. Thank you.
But
Generous. It means generous.
oh, okay.
Okay. I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In the
anyway.
name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins.
That will be spilled on the floor in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
God, master, he didn't take me with him.
Do you blame him?
Without master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bad.
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall.
So bad.
And now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Ha ha ha! Bye.
Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves.
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? It's just that I don't really trust everyone. But
Yeah, why would you?
up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I don't trust you. I know I've been mostly totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own and die. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall to her death. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed. That's them smooching extra hard.
I love you so much. Oh, this is Makoto. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
Well, don't misunderstand. It's not that I don't like you. It's that I truly dislike you. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover ground, more ground that is, and then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
So then...
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
It's all
Oven,
just like, it's all just
eggs.
like alternating like, forgive father, hate father, forgive father, hate father.
Correct.
Buy eggs. Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit
all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Even if it means we have to lie, cheat, steal, and kill.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. And I get to have all the donuts now, yes! I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So
The only murdering I'm going to be doing is the killing of these donuts.
Jelly. It's like the blood coming out of my friends. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. I'll do all these things! And then we can all escape together. Alright, guess we'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation? Why do you say that part out loud? There's nobody here.
Yeah.
So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The mass headmaster's room.
And perhaps we will start it up in the next time on GameGrumps. Heck yeah, dog. All right. See you then, everyone. Goodbye.
Mukuro Ikusaba. I'm so glad I remembered that name.